Fighting round. One-on-one.
Next up, stage selection. We are at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
All right, let's get it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player one with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player two chases them down. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Burnout activates. Life lead opens up. Both fighters planning something? The jump in is denied. Player two has completely in there. Player two takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Strings it all together. Player two will look, it's a good spot to use the super. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Flawless round. They got him so quick. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Throws out a projectile. Still slugging it out here. Blocks the jump in. Decides to buff up while they can. What are they thinking here? The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. That attack landed for a counter hit that heats it up with a combo into super. Going in, hanging on for dear. Will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Medium kick hits. Who's going to start things off? Hits him with a stopping bomb. Flash knuckle. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Big opportunity now in this corner. Zones with the fireball. Saw that coming. Not much life left, but they get the win by sustaining good corner pressure and not giving them any breathing room. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Parries the attack. The impact gets blocked. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Knockdown. Okay, they trade hits. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Where is their opening? Goes to the overdrive. Like KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jumping. They both showed their hand a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jump. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Both fighters planning something? Super clutch corner. Perfect input. Not letting up. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Overdrive Hadouken. Scrapping it out up close. Good decision with that throw. What now? Great jump. Passes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this left. Open for the fireball. Who's going to steal this win? Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Oh, the throw connects. That throw will do some good damage. Player 1 needs to take uses their drive gauge. Both sides can drop that off. Perfect blast off. Amazing. Drive impact misses. Oh man, this is a scary range. Connects with a sandblast. They're just gonna go for it with the super. Connects with the throw. Ugh, take a seat. Oh my god, what the drive impact doesn't work. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Looking for a hole. They are done!
Real
Player
win.
1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Fighting round. One-on-one.
What stage will they choose? Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the characters.
All right, I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. All right, let's get it.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us be round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Whiffs the throw. Neither of them willing to back off here. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive moves. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 2 needs to use this, heats it up with a combo into super. Going in, comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Fight.
There's an overdrive art. Sandblast. Rising uppercut. Player 2 hits him with a stop and pop. Flash knock. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. What's the next move? Burnout activates. We have Super Art wraps it up with a decisive combo. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Will we see our fighters fill each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player 2 has the life lead. What are they thinking here? They trade hits, and now, knockdown. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Checks him with the projectile. Beautiful setup with that attack. Perfect input. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Life leads with a super art connect. The super doesn't hit. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. That's a big gap. Who's rising? Uppercut. The fighters return to the middle, baits out the attack, and gets the punish counter. A quick breather. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player drive rush. Here comes the corner pressure. Blossom. Throw is denied. What a lead. Player 1 needs to hold out until they're... And eats it. The next touch may decide this round. Oh! Putting the cherry on top! Oh, what's this Shinju Hado gonna do? Excellent read! Closes it out! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Fires off in overdrive. Roughing up the body. Sandblast. Jump, rising, uppercut. They can't squander this punish counter. Too slow. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Anti-air drops them. They just said, get that jump in out of here. Player 1 has some tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Okay, here we go. Gut punch, critical. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Charges up the plasma. What were they thinking? Crowns him from above, flatline though. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. We are at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
All right, let's get it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The combo's there. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Neither of them willing to back off. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Sticks the combo. Experiencing burnout comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump in catches them. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive here. Now's the time. Still scrapping for control of the space. A super art? Too slow. The Pale Rider hits. Now they've got him trapped. How's he gonna get out?
Yo, you good?
Oh wow, look at the get in there. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Nice cross-up. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Heats it up with a combo into super. Taking stock. In a dire situation, Shinku Hadouken! The super doesn't hit! Holds out with the block. Checks him with a projectile. Blocks it! And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jump. Goes forward with a gut punch. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Does a good job escaping the corner. Very slick with the combo. Wrapping it out up close. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Manages to block the jump-in attack. There's a burnout. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. How did they anticipate that jump-in? Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Medium kick hit. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Fires off an overdrive bar. Adding that to the mix will change the pace of the match and keep the opponent on their toes. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive though. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Who will capitalize on it? KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Drive boosted Hadouken. Shows a medium kick. Both fighters planning something. Solar plexus strike. Still scrapping for this and leaches up big damage. Knockdown and this is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Life lead is there. Gets out of that jam with a perfect parry. And whip! What a finish! Player 1.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the character. Our fighters have chosen their character. The battle is just seconds away. We are about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on... Buy some time to switch up the pace.
All right, I'm ready. All right.
All right, let's get it. Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us round 1.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Neither of them willing to back off here. Takes a drift. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Absorbs the attack and fires back. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner. Experiencing gets them. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jump? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to impress with this super. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Goes to the overdrive. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Can't tech the throw. They can open up this round big by converting. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Sandblast. Hits him with a stopping block. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Knockdown and player 2. It's a good spot to use the super. Going for the level 2 super eraser. Set up the punching bag. Blossom. Drive time. Goes for the fireball. Impact finish. It was more than enough. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Round 1. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Goes for the fireball. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Throws them to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Grabs them. Sandblast. Gets him. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They trade. Dashes up. Great work finding the opening. Smart play with the throw. That throw will do some good damage. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Hits him with a stopping block. Perfect input. Not letting up. Gets carried to the corner. Were they baiting them into that? Uses the gauge for a super art. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here.
What's wrong? Get up.
Noticeable luck goes all in with the uppercut. Cross out the OD Hadou. Oh man, this is a scary ring. Oh my god, they just choked it up. In attack range. Oh, could be the start of something. Forward rush, medium kick. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
What stage will they choose? Our fighters will want to pick the appropriate character for this match.
All right, let's get it.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space? Can they clip each other on the edge? Taking stock. Player 2 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Life lead open, adds a little super juice into this comp. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Where you going?
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 1 has the meter lead. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Medium kick hits. Scrapping it out up close. Going in. In there! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Sandblast! Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Excellent damage on that! Throw tech! Rising uppercut! Medium kick into... Amazing! Catches all in with a rush! Great job comes all in with the uppercut! Backs off! Oh man, this is a scary range! Ooh, you never know what can happen here! They were sitting on their feet for this super art! I can't believe it! It is over! Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle! Talk about a show, that match had it all! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shakes things up with a sets up with the jump in. Gets the combo. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Neither of them willing to back off here. Gets the jump in. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Taking stock. Player 2 chases him down. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. They don't need to go for anything big. Even a light tap could win this round. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Burnout activates. KO! Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. That combo did decent damage. Overdrive Hadouken. Player experiencing burnout. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 1 drops him to half, closing the gap. You've got to be... Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within distantly to some big damage. Knocks off the tank and scores the win. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Strings it all together. What's going to follow the combo? Player 1 chases them down. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of goes for the super art. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off. All right, what's coming up next? KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Caught in the crossfire. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Connects with medium kick. Not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Looks like they want to put a nuke. Knocked them out of the air. Perfect flash. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Oh, clutch, anti-air. Ups the damage on that by opting to go. All the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Solid anti-air. Player 1 has the super anti-air in the clutch. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive art. Okay, here we go. Can they use their drive with the solar plexus strike? Take a seat. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. How did they reach that throw? The drive gauge, no hesitation or regret. Hits them with that NSFW. Perfect damage calculation, no doubt about it.
You're kidding me!
Player 1!
Fighting ground. One-on-one.
Next up, stage selection. Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters.
All right, let's get it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us begin.
Let me have some fun.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. The jump-in is denied. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Decides to buff get some. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump-in. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so fast. Rising uppercut. The jump-in is denied. That combo did decent damage. Still slugging it out at this range. Knockdown and dashes forward. Throw is denied. What a read. All the throws connects. Going in. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2, all in with the rough. Turns out. Oh, putting the cherry on the flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that window. Overdrive Hadouken. Okay, they trade hits. Blocks the jump in. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Still scrapping for control of the space. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be... It's a good spot to use the super. Oh, wow. Hits the drive. Throws him. What's next? Weaves in the impact to finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Reads their mind and texts a throw. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Knockdown. Projectile to try and change the situation. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Wears their closes out the round with a fireball. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Big throw. A quick breather. Checks with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whip at this rate. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. It's time to select the fighters.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's get it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match. Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Let us begin. Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player 1 with the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 chases them down. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Life lead opens up. One chance here may end this match. The jump-in is denied. A quick breather. Sandblast comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. That drive impact doesn't get through. Springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. It's time to go in. The Pale Rider snatches them. They're looking to end things right here. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Dashes forward. This may turn into a big hit. The drive. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Big game connects with the throw. These guys are not. What's this Picchio gonna do? What's next? The jump-in is denied. One punch shreds them. All the throw connects. I can't believe it. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Do they gamble something here on a drive? Are you kidding me? I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this. This unleashes some big damage. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Will this decision pay off for them? Solid combo. Checks them with the projectile. Not much drive to work with at the moment. Grabs them. All right, what's coming up next? There's the wall splash. They can't do anything now. In there! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge, so goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Player 2 is looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Good?
Get your plates ready. Nothing stops this train. Just frame Knuckles ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Parries the attack. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Takes a trip. Near the end of the round, will the drive gauge pave the way to experiencing burnout? Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The jump in catches them. Checks them with a projectile. Connects with medium kick. Hits them in their gut. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Medium kick hits. Keeping them away. Player 1 can't use any drop. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Experiencing burnout. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Opt for the critical art. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? What a finish! Player 1 is a force to be...
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. So, who will our fighters select?
All right, let's get it.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Blocks the jump in. Still slugging it out here. What's the play here? Uses a drive parry against the attack. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Throws a fireball, he takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Nails the anti-air. Who's going to start things off? The jump in is denied. Flash knuckle. Took him to the corner in a flash. A quick breather. Rising uppercut. Risky up-close scrap still going. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Fires off the Shitsu Hadouken. Going in? Can they make the mukbang? Oh. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.